All right. Yeah, we're live now.
Awesome.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the webinar today. We're going to just take our time getting started here. Just wait for people to make their way into the webinar. Just a little bit of housekeeping. I see a lot of you have already found the chat. Feel free to send some messages in there. If you've got any questions, go to the Q&A, add your questions there. Our teammate Audrey is in the background here, kind of organizing questions and things like that. So towards the end of the session, we'll dive into some questions, try and do, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so of questions towards the end. People tend to like the Q&A. Maybe just we'll do a little quick intro here. So I've got Ruben. He's the founder of EasyGen. My name's Emmet. I'm the CEO at Rewardful. Today we're going to chat with Ruben a little bit about EasyGen and how he's using affiliate marketing to generate 10% of his revenue. So maybe before we get into EasyGen, just maybe a short little introduction to yourself, Ruben. How do you generally kind of,
That's actually a good question.
What's your spiel? Yeah.
First,
what's your identity?
Thank you, Emmet, and to Rewardful's team, Audrey, for inviting me. It's funny, it's actually such a hard question. You know how hard it is for me to introduce myself in a public setting? It really is. Not like, if I say I'm a founder or CEO of a software company, people are fine. They don't go into heavy details. You work in tech, it's fine. I'm trying to explain that I'm a content creator, that it's me that people are following and not a company, not a news media. And it's on LinkedIn. It's like three things people can literally not wrap their head around, especially not my family. They're mostly doctors and pharmacists. And like, you talk to people online and people read about you and they trust you. Like they don't get it. They really don't get the concept around it. But usually, I like to say I'm a content creator, student at heart, sharing my learnings along the way. And one of them was powerful enough to grow my LinkedIn, built EasyGen as my personal assistant at first, and ended up making it public. So that's pretty much me.
Cool. Awesome. Well, we'll get into some questions on that I have for you on EasyGen. We'll kind of go into that in a moment. But before we get underway, I'm just going to publish a poll that we've got here. And this is for the audience. If you could respond to this over the course of the session today, that'd be great. So that should be there now. Okay, so let's chat a little bit about EasyGen. Tell me a little bit about it. Why did you decide to start this? What problem were you trying to solve for yourself, and why did you think that would be something that would work as a product?
So for myself is really the answer, as you said. When ChatGPT just got out, 30th of November 2022. I remember the day there was a Reddit post about this chat that got 1 million users in about 24 hours. And I was trying to help a friend in Berlin. I was living in Berlin at the time. He was trying to write his thesis. And I tried Jasper, it was not working. So I tried ChatGPT. And all of a sudden, I could spit out a whole abstract of his thesis of something I had zero interest into, electronical computer engineering, something very technical. And I was like, is this a good abstract? He was like, what the fuck? Where'd you find that? And I was like, huh. And all of a sudden we were writing poems in Spanish, mimicking Eminem and Shakespeare. That was like the early days.
Yeah.
And then I was a ghostwriter at that time of the biggest financial analyst in France, Nicolas Chiron. And I was like, wait, can I actually use it to help me out as a ghostwriter on LinkedIn? Can I train it? Because I wanted to hire someone at that moment. I was learning so much. I wanted to give that learning to someone, train them. But it's always scary to do this and then that person leaves, So I just started using an API. And I was just trying to condense all of my learnings with the few tokens we had at that moment, the few memory context ChatGPT had. But the thing is, very fast, March, you have GPT-4 that comes out, bigger context window, and all of a sudden, the things that I was building like a Frankenstein became so good that I was using it for myself, and my LinkedIn account exploded. Now, people have misconception about this. They say, oh, you had the one-click automation and you press a button and then your account exploded. Last time I tried AI, it wasn't that way. No, I keep saying AI is not to be lazy, but to be creative. I was just, by the time someone tried to write a post by themselves with their hands, I was generating like 100, but I was not posting the 100. I was hand selecting out of the 100, which one would be the most impactful ones. And through the process, my account went from 8,000 to 400,000 followers. And I was like,
what sort of time frame was that?
It's 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. In April 2023, I was the second fastest growing account on LinkedIn in the world.
Oh, wow.
And was invited by the French president at the Senate to attend AI conferences because I was an expert. But I was just a guy learning how to use API and prompt engineering by myself. And by doing so, I built this like clunky machine to make posts and help me out as an assistant. And then I wanted to make that clunky machine easier to generate posts. So I called it EasyGen. And by doing so, I turned my own employees as like case studies. I was like, hey, could we take over your own account when I go live and public? Because I cannot say that EasyGen helped me grow on LinkedIn. People won't believe me. So what I'm going to do is, if you agree, we're going to set up like a strategy of where we want to go with both your account, Axel and Anisha. And I'm going to record myself on a YouTube playlist every week. And I'm going to write your post every week. I did this for 25 consecutive weeks. And their account went from 0 to roughly 30,000 followers on LinkedIn.
Wow. Okay. Serious growth. This is somewhat secondary to the conversation, but did you build EasyGen yourself? Or are you like you're a software engineer or developer? Or?
No. So yes and no. All of the prompt engineering part, I'm such a nerd. I love it because it's just natural language. Now, it's not just a wrapper of one LLMs. If we want to be technical, it's an agentic workflow of multiple LLMs.
Okay.
And I stress test them, I don't know, almost every week, tweaking it, making it better, satisfying myself first and foremost, not the users. Yes. I know you asked that question. So still to this day, sometimes I don't listen to the users because I grew my account from 8,000 to 400,000 followers. I need it a very certain way. Mm-hmm. I don't want to listen to users who have 500 followers, 1,000 followers, who don't have the same taste and experience. So this is what I'm infusing inside EasyGen. But I have a CTO and developers, two developers and one CTO, and one project manager.
Cool. As I understand it, EasyGen's bootstrapped. You haven't taken any external funding, right?
Yeah. Right. Bootstrap.
Which is awesome. Any kind of challenges in bootstrapping it, or like,
doing this to VCs who send me these emails and messages, or like, can you get our money?
Was it pretty quick to get that sort of initial sort of ramen profitability, or did it take a bit of a grind to get there?
It's actually true. I think the first months I went from 0 from a bank account to minus 50K. It's not something everyone can do. It was my own money. But I had a rough one-on-one conversation with myself on an Excel file. And I was like, okay, how much are we spending every month ourselves? And for how long can we do this without like ringing the bell? And I was like, I could do this for a year. And I saw this as an investment to myself. I was like, I'd rather try investing in myself than just pouring it into an S&P 500. Now the truth is I'm still investing in the S&P 500, but the idea was I think this has some potential and I want to do it. And I wanted to do it without VCs because I don't want to be tied to anything or anyone. And I think it's actually critical with the state of AI that I can pivot fast, I can do everything really fast, and with my taste and experience, I'd rather have a business that is making 100K a month, where I own 80% of the company and have a lot of fun doing it, than one that is making 10 million a month and I'm crunched by VCs and meeting boards and all of that.
Yeah, beholden to a million different requirements and so forth. Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you own 80%, but you've got this team, you've got the CTO and some developers, and you referenced some other staff members. What's the rest of the team look like? And my understanding previously was certainly on the marketing side that you're doing a lot of it yourself.
Yes. So it's very simple. CTO Pete, who also owns 20%, serial entrepreneur in the US. 2 engineers, also US, East Coast. Actually, I have also one of the 2 now is a team in India. They're very good guys. And then project manager Chris, and we just hired a customer support, Daniela.
Okay.
That's just handling the tickets, and that's it. And then in terms of marketing, it's me and Rewardful. Like I'm not even making this like an ad, but it's the reality. But what's even funnier is that, so I know this whole talk is branded 10% of my revenue. I actually did the math. Now it's closer to 18%.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was 10% when we talked, and we set up the webinar. But now it's roughly 18%.
Okay.
Could go as near as 20%. Okay. But what's more interesting is that out of my 20%, let's say 20% from Rewardful affiliates, it's affiliate marketing, okay? 80% of that money, it's just 4 people. And out of those 4 people, 2 of them are my employees. So I'm paying them affiliate deals through Rewardful. So they have like their traditional pays, and they have Rewardful affiliates. And it feels so good. I don't know if you're in that position, but it feels so good as a CEO of a company paying its employees with affiliate money, because it's like not only I'm paying you a monthly salary, but it's kind of like giving them like some sort of equity. Like, I always tell them, like, imagine like you have a $12 SaaS, $12 a month SaaS, where you don't have to do anything, no customer support, no anything, and you're actively working on it because you helped me in my journey. So by supporting me, you also support the SaaS that you're pushing.
Yeah, maybe talk a little bit about that. So you've got 4 main, you've got a small number of main affiliates, and 2 of them are your team members.
Yes.
And my understanding was basically, you said at the beginning of the call that you basically helped them, taught them to scale up their own channels using EasyGen on LinkedIn. And is that predominantly where they're then promoting your affiliate links? So talk a little bit about like,
it's the only way.
How you
so how do you start? It's actually quite funny. So I knew I wanted to have affiliate marketing because my the members of the EasyGen payers group, we have a WhatsApp group, kept saying, please build an affiliate. And I know Zach is in the chat right now. He's one of the 4 that is one of the prominent affiliate. Then there's a guy, not an employee. Then there's another guy who's also not an employee. I have no idea who it is. I tried to contact the guy in so many ways. He's making tons of money being an affiliate of EasyGen. And then you have 2 other ones, Axel and Anisha. And I actually like the story, how it started, okay? So we're like 1 month prior to the launch. So April of 2024, okay? And I told Axel and Anisha, look, I don't know, I wanted to build a case study, okay? I knew I had to build a case study for EasyGen starting from 0, right? So I was like, what if I create a fake account on LinkedIn? Okay. I grow the account, not saying anything, not promoting it on my own LinkedIn, just building it in stealth. And then in 6 months, I'm like, hey, by the way, it was made by EasyGen. I even wanted it to be a paid ghostwriter. So someone who has a profile of a ghostwriter on LinkedIn has clients, ghostwriter clients, but only using EasyGen. And I would prove that I can build an account on LinkedIn as a ghostwriter and have ghostwriting gigs only using EasyGen. Okay.
Yeah.
Turns out that you should never do that. Why?
Okay.
You should never create a fake account on LinkedIn. Like creating a fake person on LinkedIn is truly against the terms and conditions. It's like really bad.
Yeah.
It's not just bad for the account, but also for the original person making an account.
Okay.
Now, you don't need to do risk management to feel like, Ruben, you have 400,000 followers. Do you want to risk your entire account because you want to prove a point?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you kind of like
roll the dice.
Yeah. So I was like, wait, let's revert back, not doing it. So I didn't do it, obviously. And then because I trusted a lot my employees, 2 of my employees from my other company. So I don't only have EasyGen, I also have a media company around my person. And Axel and Anisha are helping me on my media company. So it's my content on LinkedIn, my newsletter, I have a YouTube, I have Threads, I have Twitter, a bunch of different things. And I was asking them, it was already part of my goals that at some point I would help them grow their own LinkedIn. And it just felt right at that moment. So we had a long conversation and I told Axel and Anisha, look, we could set up like a branding that suits you, okay? And I want to kickstart it, your accounts, with me writing your posts, okay? So you're just going to find the topic of your post. So 7 topics a week. And I make videos where I'm going, can I show my screen actually?
Yeah.
I like to show just so that people can be like, oh, he's actually not kidding. So if I do this, how AI grows my LinkedIn. So it was a paid newsletter, okay? And for 22 weeks, sorry, I said 24, for 23 weeks. For 23 weeks, and sometimes for like an hour, 1 hour was roughly what I needed to make a week of content for both Anisha and Axel, okay? And as you can see, like I'm at my office, and it was quite funny. It was the boss that was making the posts, the LinkedIn posts of its employees. And I was not just using EasyGen, right? EasyGen was one of the tools that I was using. Here I'm using Canva. I was using Perplexity to refine the topics. I was explaining how Anisha and Axel was finding their topics, finding their brand as well, and how I help them doing it. But as you can see here at the beginning, it's already week 5, and Anisha is at 6,000 followers. And today she just crossed 30,000 right here.
Wow.
So that was, when was this? It was sunny, June 2023, June 23 of last year. So I was doing this, and essentially it was quite simple. Anisha is everything LinkedIn, okay? And she's very shy, very introverted, but she has such a wonderful energy and enthusiasm. And she reached out to me on LinkedIn, and she's from India. She reached out to me on LinkedIn 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Like, if you ever need an employee, I would love to be that one because I read all of your content. And I was a very small creator. And because I enjoyed her post as well, she's been my lifelong right hand. So her whole brand was to empower people to write their first post on LinkedIn because it changed her life, and she wants others to experience the same. So very simple branding, very inspirational, motivational. Write your first post on LinkedIn. Axel, on the other hand, has a very different job. I always like to say she's my eyes of AI, okay? She's everywhere on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Reddit, and on Discord, on knowing what's the hottest news. And because of that, she has so many AI demos of like interesting thing that happens. It's research labs or new discoveries for AI, new demos. So because she was extracting already all of that data for me, then she just turned it into a daily post. So she finds the information for a post. Let's say there is a new video generator, Okay, she extracts the information left and right, put it into EasyGen, makes the caption, put it with a video demo, and she went from 0 to 25,000 followers. Now, in the process, on each of their posts on LinkedIn, and they only have one channel, they just say at the end of the post, by the way, this post was made by EasyGen. And if you want $10 off your first month, just use my code. So is it Anisha or Axel? And this is how they are two of my biggest affiliates for EasyGen.
Interesting. And this is just more of a operational question, but are you using Rewardful's coupon-based tracking for that, or the link with the coupon-based? Okay, interesting.
Coupon.
Cool. Okay, that's a relatively new feature too. So
coupons feels better because people always find a way to go to the Stripe payment.
Yeah.
But if they click on a link, I don't know if you experienced that as the CEO of the company making it, but I don't know, if they click on a link, they're afraid it's not working. But if they use a coupon, you can see on Stripe the, like the numbers, the digits.
Yes.
Going down.
Yeah. You know you're getting the discount. Like
you can see it. It's like da-da-da. So we just use the coupon. It's just much sturdier on my end.
Interesting. And so that's very cool that you've paired your team with the affiliate program.
Yeah.
For the affiliates who aren't your team members, I think one of you mentioned is actually in the chat today, Zach.
Zach, yes.
For him and people like him, are they EasyGen customers who then wanted to become affiliates?
They love the product. They're like, Ruben, so cool. Want to help it. And this is what's funny is that only a specific personality wants to be a big affiliate. A lot of people prevent themselves from being big affiliates because they know, I'm going to be very blunt and very French, they know I'm making more money than them because they get a 20% cut, okay? And a lot of people are angry about it. Like, I get 20%, but he gets 80%. But truth be told, if someone's just starting, okay, and you have a $12 a month SaaS without having to do any investments, okay, and literally anything whatsoever, it's a pretty good deal if you believe in the product. You do have to believe in the product, right? But it's a pretty good deal because a SaaS has a lot of costs. I don't know how big is Rewardful team, but you have so much stuff to handle. You have HR, you have investments, you have cash flows. But with Rewardful, it's like, you get $12 a month as an affiliate.
Yeah, it's a good way to build a recurring income stream. If you're an affiliate, to promote SaaS-based affiliate programs as opposed to e-commerce where it's one and done, right? You're not going to be able to build anything kind of recurring.
Yeah, if you have like a favorite tech stack, I know it's funny. This is something that I've mostly learned from Instagrammers, where like girls, they have like, makeup artist, I don't know. And they're selling like very specific makeups. You have thousands of brands for makeup. It's crazy. For the one thing, you have thousands of them, but they have an Amazon list. You've seen it already, right?
Yeah. You
click and they're like, if you want to buy my stuff that I'm using, it's not my stuff. It's the stuff that I'm using. Here's the list. And you can see they're using it because their entire videos is them using the product. Okay.
Yeah.
So they just go out there, find the best product possible. They test all of them. And as soon as they love something and they keep using it, they add it to the Amazon list. And it's like their tech stack. It's the makeup tech stack. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think we could have the same with tech, which means, you have maybe you like EasyGen and you like to pair it with ideogram for images. EasyGen is also making images, but maybe you need the exact like ideogram or Midjourney or Canva, and then and some other tools. Is it Notion? Is it something else?
Yeah.
And then you have like a tech stack. And anytime someone is asking about your tech stack, if you're a content creator, you could just like send it.
Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, so now EasyGen is at about 40,000 weekly users. Is that
40? Yes, 40 something. Yes.
And you're saying it's about 18% of your monthly recurring revenue, give or take,
yes,
is from affiliates.
$10,000 per month from affiliates. Yeah.
Okay. So then about somewhere around 50 grand for MRR overall.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. What then? This webinar is not about what are the other channels, but I'm curious, like, what are the other channels that have worked? My impression is like word of mouth has probably been a pretty good one, and affiliate has kind of been something that's greased the wheel of word of mouth.
I'm a very non-traditional founder, and I know it. I'm proud of it, but it's just true. I don't do SEO. I've never done paid. I barely do influence marketing. I just started, and I'm a content creator myself.
When you say influencer marketing, you mean like paying people for posts, kind of? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 99% of the revenue that is outside of Rewardful, it's my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
A little bit of my other channels here and there, and my newsletter. My newsletter is pretty big. 46,000 people in my newsletter, write every Sunday for free. And it's about how AI grows my LinkedIn. It's not just EasyGen, it's all of my systems. For example, I know I just made yesterday I wanted to clip something from Donald Trump talking in the US about the Stargate project. You probably saw it, $500 billion investment.
Yeah.
Now, a normal person who's using AI, and not just AI, would go there, clip it with Opus Clip, because it's the fastest way to do it. Find some information, like all of the information about Stargate project, using either Perplexity, ChatGPT, or DeepSeek. And then use that to upload it on EasyGen, generate 10 versions of the posts, okay? And then patchwork it into a good one, and then make a post and post it. Instead of just doing that, I recorded myself doing it. I was like, wait, I think I can teach something to people. So I recorded myself taking the clip from YouTube, uploading it to Opus Clip. It's legal to do that. It's a clipper. Then selecting the right bits, and Opus Clip helps you out. Then I went to DeepSeek, which is like another LLM like ChatGPT. Use the search engine, find all the relevant information, extracting the one that I wanted, copy, put it on EasyGen, generate until there is something that is good. And I posted yesterday. I got 1.1 thousand likes, 400 comments, more than 100 reposts. And now next week, and probably also in the newsletter, I'm going to be saying like, hey, that was my process. If you're interested in knowing my process, that was it. And of course, I'm talking about EasyGen. The truth is, I've compared EasyGen to any other post generator, and it's just the best. Maybe because I'm very biased because it's made for my taste and experience, but it's still my process, like every day as a content creator. So I'm just sharing my processes. I'm finding the best way to do something, the fastest and best way to do something, and then I'm just sharing the process along the way.
Interesting.
I see a question.
We'll get to the questions, the public questions in a moment. One thing I was wondering about, so you've got your team members doing affiliate, some of your customers doing affiliate. Have you done any other like active affiliate recruitment, or are those kind of the two channels right now is just staff and EasyGen customers or your community customers?
So the first 6 months, the way to find the affiliate link was quite hard. So people are literally DMing me like, hey, where do I sign up? It's just that I forgot to put it inside the web app.
Okay. Sure.
Now I have a button on the web app. And if people click on the button on the web app, it says affiliate. They click on it, and it's Rewardful landing page that says sign up and become an affiliate.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I've never done active search of affiliate. Maybe I should.
Yeah. I would say like, what's interesting is there's a couple things. So there are definitely certain verticals where affiliate is better suited. Social management tools, marketing tech type tools are a really good area because they're marketers. And so like they're comfortable with affiliate marketing and they're hanging out online. So like they're available to be influenced by affiliate marketing. And I think, so that means one, that your customer base is going to be more likely to be good affiliates. But then also means beyond your customer base, going out and like shopping or hunting for other influencers, thought leaders, etc. It's going to be a good fit as well. So I imagine like, yeah, there probably are people who would probably be very suitable affiliates. Now, that being said, the customer thing is a very good angle because one of the shortcomings I could see is like if you went out into the market and found just someone you have no contact with who happened to be a good potential affiliate, another LinkedIn influencer with a large audience, the first question would be, are they using EasyGen? And so if they weren't, but let's say for whatever reason, if they're using a different tool that was their preference or whatever,
or no tools
at all, and they're like, I just want to do it, manually or whatever, right? You'd want to hopefully sell them on using EasyGen for that authenticity of like, I use this product as well as recommend it. So, so you could almost, pair like some cold outbound with affiliate recruitment to go find people that large audiences. So, but I think it probably would be something that works well for you. But from the looks of things, that hasn't been an issue in terms of your growth so far. So,
I'm exploring new ways for sure. It's just I'm obsessed about something, and it's focus. Like in everything I've done in life, anytime there was some X factor, what I call the X factor, a moment of a huge bump, it's always when I focus on something. I'm very bad at being great at multiple things at once. I'm terrible at this. But I'm really good at being hyper-focused on something. So from what we're doing as a team, and I'm not talking about the engineer side, new feature side, but only the marketing side, because this is what we're talking about here. I do want to build a community on Telegram, a sturdier, more profound community on Telegram. Why Telegram and why a community? When I launched EasyGen, maybe I did something that was good, is that I had a wait list. It was quite hard to actually download EasyGen at first. It was a Chrome extension, but it was not on the Chrome store. So I had to give you the file to download it. And you had to be pretty, like, you had to want it to download it because you had to do some specific stuff.
A bit of friction
a lot of friction. You had to join a wait list on WhatsApp. I had to manually accept you. And I was getting hundreds of people joining the wait list per day. And then you had to watch a video, a Loom, of me explaining how to get it. Download the package, upload the package on the Chrome store. You can upload something from outside. And then you could use EasyGen inside the Chrome store. But I did it because then I could filter out the people who could use EasyGen on a WhatsApp group, and I could have a conversation with those people. Right. And I wanted to have a conversation. Now, what's weird is that I didn't want to have a conversation because I wanted to build their wants. I can give you one right off the bat. Everyone wants some super powerful automation that schedule your posts for the entire week, and you don't have to do anything, right? That's awesome. Never do that. Like, I would never do that. I would never advise someone to do that. I would never let my team do this. If you use automation, your account is at stake. It's at risk, and you're never going to reach a big. You're never going to have a big reach. You're never going to build a community if you're not willing to spend any minutes on a platform. How can you expect building a community? It just doesn't work that way. And yet everyone was asking for it. Can you build an automated something that posts itself? I wanted to have a conversation because I know that what I'm doing is, I don't think I'm curing cancer, but it's still very early. It's an assistant that writes very effective LinkedIn posts if used right. But this is something that didn't exist 2 years ago. and writing good LinkedIn posts was not even a topic 10 years ago. So I do have to educate people on how I did it and how others can do it with their own case study. So this is why I wanted to have that conversation. Now, I moved slowly from those WhatsApp group with wait lists. I had roughly 4,000 people on 4 different groups, so 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And I moved the paid users to a VIP group because I wanted to have a conversation with the paid users. Now I do think, and then I stopped the wait list, and then the tool was available and everyone could use it.
Yep.
I love the VIP group. It's still active. It's been since April, super active group. Love to talk with my community, but I just want to have like a sturdy community, because in the end, I'd love to help people grow on LinkedIn. Would they use EasyGen or not? I do think EasyGen is the best tool for that. And I want to make sure it stays that way. But regardless of this, you have multiple factors in. You have the fact that the entire world is going freelance. Everyone is searching for a job that is remote. Founders and CEOs don't know what they need now and for the next 5 years. It's impossible. Can you hire someone, Emmet, now that you know will be still useful at this specific skill for the next 5 years? Very hard. Even a software engineer, we don't know. Maybe some super powerful cursor AI will replace half of its job, and then he's going to do something different, like slightly different. So the world is going freelance. It was already going freelance, and now it's accelerating with AI. And because of that, I don't want people to be content creator all of a sudden. I don't want to create just like waves of influencers. This is not relevant. But I do think that at some point, everyone has to market itself, even if you have a job. Would it be to promote what you're doing, to potentially have a promotion, potentially find like colleagues or opportunities, and then eventually maybe finding another job? And that's okay. This is your portfolio. This is something that you're building throughout the years. And I want to support those people who are posting once a week, twice a week. They have a full-time job. Either they are dependent on having leads from LinkedIn. And I don't think people should do cold email the entire day or paid ads. I think they should do contents from what they're learning and what they're doing to attract some potential clients. Or they're out of company, and they should just update people on what they're doing to keep the ball rolling for their entire career. So this is the reality, and I want to support people in that journey. And probably a fraction of them are going to use EasyGen, and that's okay. But this is where I land. This is what I truly believe.
Yeah. One of the things you've talked about a few times is different sort of community and like different places in which you're fostering this community. So you've got like your VIP group, you've got a newsletter, which I know it's single direction, but community seems to be kind of a recurring theme. That's where you've recruited some affiliates. That's where you're kind of fostering connection and learning. Yes. Any tips on like what's good community management? Because it seems like it's a powerful tool, even in affiliate, like for recruiting affiliates and fostering affiliates. So what are some good tips for
my bread and
running
butter.
a good community?
One of the biggest problems is that people, it's two paradoxal things, okay? I sometimes share a meme. Can I show it? It's a funny meme. It's okay. It's late enough in Thailand to show memes. But I have a blog. It's a free blog. And I share like the biggest myth around LinkedIn.
Oh, sorry. Let me just pull up here. There we go.
Yes. Biggest myth. And I shared that meme. A lot of people laughed about it. Like when you're posting on LinkedIn, at first it's like just go viral, and then it's like, oh, you have to have conversion rate and this and this and that, and then just go viral. So that's the paradoxal things, is that one, going viral is a good thing because you have attention, you have data of what's going on and what click with people. Okay, So this is a good thing. Now, going viral for any reason is not good. What you should do instead, when you start from zero, okay, you want to have a community. Okay, you need to set up realistic expectations. A good community is not 100 million people. I reached 125 million people last year on LinkedIn, probably 200 million people throughout my social media. I can tell you that the tightest community I have, the strongest one, is no more than 2,000 people, maybe 1,500 people, 2,000 people. You should aim at 1,000 people over 3 years. 1,000 people over 3 years is 300 people per year. That's 10 people per month. 30 people per month. 1 person per day. Attract 1 person per day to be part of your community. Now, being part of your community is not just I read your post and then I'm gone. No, I'm actively engaging in what you do. And I want to follow your steps on your journey all the time. And this is where the realistic expectation is. Like, you have one mission. You want to solve one problem. For example, Emmet, you want to solve the problems of founders who have SaaS and they want to build a sturdy affiliate program. That's a nice mission.
Yeah.
You don't need 10,000 people. You don't need 100 million people. You need people like me. I'm a founder of a SaaS as well. And you, Emmet, are part of my journey. Because my EasyGen journey is tons of things, but one of them is affiliates. And if you make a post about Rewardful, about what's going on, I want to know, because you're part of my journey. You're a stepping stone on my journey. So I need it. Doesn't mean that you have to be personal. I do like to know you personally, Emmet. But to be a stepping stone on my journey, I don't need to know where you're from or what you eat for breakfast. It's nice to know, but I don't need to know it through your content. I mean, you have to be useful to me. So talk about my problems as a founder. Talk about the fact that it's hard to track your influence marketing affiliate program. Talk about the fact that maybe coupon is better for X, Y, Z. And all of those contents relate to me. That's awesome. So this is who I want to be. I want to be a stepping stone in people's journey when they want to create content, mostly on LinkedIn, using AI to be better, to be faster. Now, I don't know, I have a guy on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube cooking videos who's only doing grilled cheese. I love grilled cheese. The guy never miss to make a grilled cheese. He's somewhat of a stepping stone in my entertainment journey. Yeah. His name is Chef Tyler. He's on YouTube. He's a very funny guy. So there's another one who's only doing POVs, Japan Eat. And he goes to random restaurants. He only do voiceovers. He never show his face. And he just eats very good ramen in Tokyo. And I keep saving them. And when I'll be back, you can be sure I'm going to go through the entire circle of what Japan eats. So technically, he's kind of like my stepping stone of when I'll be back to Tokyo and I want to have a good meal. So this is the realistic expectation that I'm talking about. People should not aim at millions of views, and they usually burn out and stop way before. They should try to get one person excited about their journey to solve one of their problems. One of them. I always say, solve one problem, and you'll see that solving one problem, for example, affiliate programs for SaaS, you have tons of solution and topics, so many topics actually, but Emmet doesn't need to talk about toxic management or AI. You don't have to, because unless it's part of the solution, and then maybe you do it. But I'd rather have Emmet to purely focus on affiliate marketing for SaaS. If you keep talking about that, I'm happy. And all of a sudden you become the category itself. Oh, you have a SaaS and you need affiliate? Yeah, just read Emmet's content and check Rewardful. This is the one.
Yeah.
So this is probably like the biggest problem, is that people don't have the patience to like one person a day for 3 years. And how much am I going to get first? What's the ROI? I'm like, you don't go there to do ROI. If you're someone who's starting the gym, who's obese, and on day one, you're like, okay, where's the muscle? And like, it's not how it works. Have faith do the right thing. Eventually, results will happen, and actually results that you were not even expecting, bigger than you expected.
Yeah, awesome. We're down to the last 15 minutes here, so I think we'll start diving into questions. So the first question here, can you see these questions as well, Ruben?
Q&A. Yes, I can.
Okay. I'll read them out just so everyone can hear.
Yeah.
So the first question we have here, I think you've already covered this. Does EasyGen schedule post as well? If not, what platform do you use? I think you've already gone over it, but I'll let you give a short little
I can even show it to people. I don't know if it's useful, but I can do this, which is super fancy. And I can remove it. I know Audrey's like, yeah, they're using the tool. Yes, don't do it. I have a whole blog on it. You can search easygen.io/blog. It's actually my first one. Never automate, never do. I always say it's very simple. Bot behavior, bad behavior. If you behave like a bot, well, it turns out that social media have insanely big teams, and their only sole purpose is to find people who behave like bots.
Interesting.
So don't be one, because you're going to be targeted.
Interesting. Okay, cool. This one's from Alejandro. Let's see here.
Yeah.
There we go.
You can do the plus.
Yeah. Warm regards from Colombia. How do you identify and recruit affiliates who align well with EasyGen's brand and target audience?
So, few characteristics. One, it's someone who you don't have to explain why LinkedIn is pretty cool. Seems obvious, but you can't push EasyGen and becoming an affiliate of EasyGen if you don't believe that creating organic content on LinkedIn is a huge opportunity. Always repeat the fact that LinkedIn has 1.15 billion users and less than 1% of people post every week. I think it's 0.6% of people post every week. So this insane gap is nowhere to be found on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. And LinkedIn doesn't do that much ads because most of the revenue comes from Sales Navigator and HR and sales paying for it, companies, B2B. So the opportunity, the organic opportunity on LinkedIn is completely untapped. You cannot tell someone become an affiliate of EasyGen if they don't believe in LinkedIn in the first place. The fact that it's the only place that is non-anonymous and it's the only professional network that is actually big enough. So that's number one. Number two, as you said correctly, Emmet, they have to use it. They have to use it, like it. And Zach is a great example of it. He loves the product. He keeps using the product. If the product is bugging, one of the first messages I receive is from Zach. He's like, hey, found a bug. I think there is something. So you have to be warmed up from the tool. And then eventually, if we're talking about ICP, it's people who benefit a lot from inbounds. I'm going to give you an example because sometimes it's from people you would not expect. I have a friend who's a broker for 3D agencies. Okay, so people come at him. They're like, "Hey, I have some 3D needs," and then he redirect them to an agency, take care of them, and he take a 20% cut on
a 3D agency, like 3D design or CAD design,
3D design,
or
exactly 3D videos,
3D
mostly
video. Okay.
luxury brands, sports car, whatever needs a F1, 3D designs. Cool. Now he used to do cold calls all the times. That's it. And I said, Emmanuel, his name is Emmanuel Oren. You can check him on LinkedIn. I said, Emmanuel, I think like 3D designs, you have so many cool videos you can share. And you can share about case studies on 3D, like companies that use 3D videos, and it went well in terms of marketing. And he did it. And now he said, Ruben, I don't call anymore because I just keep on sharing content on LinkedIn. People contact me. Hey, that was a great case study on this perfume. We have a perfume to promote. Do you think you can find someone for 3D? He's like, yeah, of course, that's my job. So now all of a sudden he becomes like a super affiliate of EasyGen because he keeps using the product and he's someone who knows the power of LinkedIn and he benefits a lot from having inbounds. So those are like the best ICPs. Could be sales, could be HR, could be VCs who are searching for specific companies. These are the best.
Cool. And just one other comment there for Alejandro. If you check out the Rewardful course, we've got a section about like identifying your ideal affiliates profile, and it really ties in with finding an ideal customer profile. Like they're really go hand in hand. So check that out if you want to kind of dive into that in more detail. Okay, next question.
Better. Finding someone who's a great affiliate gives you an even better ICP than someone who's a good customer.
Yeah, definitely. All right, question from Jenny. Emmet, how do you guys onboard someone like Ruben that is not familiar with affiliate marketing itself, but wants to grow his program? Okay, so there's two aspects to this. One is like the operational aspect of what we actually do at Rewardful. So like we'll do a lot of like onboarding calls. So if someone wants to talk to me, get advice, we'll always do a call with them. In terms of the type of advice that we'll give people, it kind of depends actually on how sophisticated they are as a marketer generally. And what you'll find is the more sophisticated someone is as a marketer generally, so like Ruben would be a good example of this, the easier it is for them to get their affiliate program going, because all of the other things that you're doing in marketing will also help to funnel people towards your affiliate program and will make them more effective as affiliates, right? So like if you've got like really good landing page and really good existing content, and you're have good social channel content you're putting out, that's going to be like make things so much easier for an affiliate because they're selling something that has all this kind of help and brand behind it. What's much more difficult is if someone's starting from a cold start, they don't have any revenue at all, they're not a very sophisticated marketer, or they don't have much marketing collateral created for their business yet. And so if I come across someone like that, my advice is basically all the other pieces of your marketing, you need to also work on this in tandem with your affiliate program. It's very difficult to start from a cold start for affiliate. So you generally speaking, if you have some other channels that are working, it's helpful for your affiliate program, whether that's SEO, whether that's some sort of organic social, et cetera. And then the other thing I do is I tell people to check out our course at academy.rewardful.com, and we've got like 2 hours of content that kind of goes through the steps of setting everything up. So, all right, next question from Raghu. Can you provide some tips on affiliate marketing to promote the product or tool? I think that's probably, we've already kind of gone through that.
I'm not sure how to answer it. I would just say I made sure that I'm the most prominent user of EasyGen. No one used EasyGen more than me. And I think it's a good thing as a founder to be the guy who used the product the most.
Yeah.
The second best user are my employees, and they are also my biggest affiliate. So it's not a position you can always be, but it's a great position to be if you can.
Yeah. All right, next question here. Question for Emmet. What's the best way to find affiliates for your SaaS business? We've talked a little bit about this, but so I think like Ruben's done existing customers, like that's usually the quickest and easiest place to start, because like we've talked about already, if they're already using the product, like that's just a great testimonial effectively, right? So like you don't want someone who's just shilling a product that they don't care about it. Like, Zach mentioned, I think in the chat earlier, that like, yeah, the money, it's nice to get paid a commission, but part of it is it's greasing the wheel of word of mouth that would have potentially already happened. So existing customers, that's a great place to start. And then if you want to go beyond that and do kind of active outbound, again, it comes down to identifying what's your ICP and where are they hanging out online, right? So for Ruben, that's going to be LinkedIn, people that are active on LinkedIn. If you're not already using LinkedIn, like, no point like in kind of recruiting someone as an affiliate. And then there's other types, like if you want to talk about like SEO opportunities, go and search like different keywords that are relevant for you and then go and look who's ranking highly for all those different search terms and reach out to them. There's a bit of an art and science to how to do that kind of outreach, but reach out to them and tell them about your product and let them try it for free and say, by the way, we've got an affiliate program. But yeah, it really depends on who your ICP is and how best to reach them through other means. And affiliate is just a way to hijack basically the attention that somebody else already has. So another quick question here from Mona. Rewardful does not have a marketplace, but it is in the works. Can't say much more than that for now, but it's definitely something that we are working on. Yeah. Let's see. Here's one from Zach. Question: can you give us an update on some of the upcoming new EasyGen features?
Yes. So I want EasyGen to be a ghostwriter. People compare EasyGen to ChatGPT. It's not ChatGPT. It's not. What I'm trying to replace is ghostwriter. Someone you should pay $2,000 per month. You should call, and it's sometimes going on pay leaves and on holidays. Sometimes it's sick. That's the person I'm trying to replace, because I think people should own their content and should not argue with someone else over whether or not it's the right way to do it. So right now, EasyGen is just covering captions on LinkedIn and some images. It's also generating images. This, which is like as far as you can make it in terms of generation. It's the very end of your post. It's the final touch, and you post it. I want to build the beginning, which is, what is your mission? What are you trying to do? What is the one-liner that is defining your mission as a content creator, as a person? And then after that, ideation, which is a big deal. Maybe there is a new thing that is coming up in the affiliate world. Maybe there is something that is trendy right now in your own specific industry and mission. I want EasyGen to be both able to tell you what are the upcoming trends, what's going on within your mission, and also give you some suggestions on posts that you should probably make. It's a shame because I cannot do analytics and automation. Automation is bad. We know it because of being about behavior. And analytics means I'm connected to your API, to your LinkedIn, and you should never connect your LinkedIn API to anything, because a lot of people get their account blocked because companies do weird things with it. So I would just never do it for EasyGen. But there are so much things to do on the ideation and the mission part. Now, on the post itself, I want to make it simpler for people to generate tons of posts. I call it as a session. So let's say you want to talk about coupons for affiliate program or whatever. This is your session. This is your topic. And now I want you to generate 10, 15, 20 posts with EasyGen very fast. And I want you to be able to go from one version to another also very fast, to kind of like cherry pick what you want from each of those versions. The second thing already is ready, but you know how it is. It's ready, but then engineers need to do the thing and it takes forever. The prompt engineering is ready. The other thing, I don't know if you use ChatGPT Canvas, but on ChatGPT Canvas, you can generate something and then you can edit part of it by prompting part of it. Yeah. I've done that last week. And I was like, yes, the prompt actually works. It's very cool because, again, I'm trying to help people even more on generating multiple versions in one session, which is one topic, multiple versions that they can go through easily. And then once they patchwork the post that they want to do, easily edit some part. If you want to make it the list, make it shorter, sound more human, sound more professional, sound easier to understand. So that's the roadmap for EasyGen 2025.
Awesome. Well, we're just at time now. So I wonder if, as we're closing off here, if people want to sign up for EasyGen, it's easygen.io, correct?
Yeah.
And if people want to be an EasyGen affiliate, is that is it best to sign up for EasyGen first and then it's within the platform, or is there like a public? Do you have a public place for them to sign up?
If you sign up through easygen.io, I'm going to nudge you to download the Chrome extension. I'm changing the Chrome extension to only be a Chrome extension. That's going to help you pull out the post from the web app, and
Yeah.
also comment on the people you prefer. But you should go on the web app directly, which is app.easygen.io.
Okay.
And if you sign up on the web app, on the left, it's written affiliate. If you click on it, it's the Rewardful link. And then you sign up, you get 20%, which is $12 per month, every month per affiliate. And my biggest affiliates have like 50, 55 affiliates. So they make something like $600, $700 per month.
Okay. Nice. Awesome. Well, Ruben, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. Really appreciate you taking the time. And thanks for all of the advice you're sharing with everybody. For everybody who showed up, thank you very much. And
Thank you so much.
we will have a replay for people who didn't make it or who want to watch it again. We'll send that in the coming days. And just checking here to make sure, like, Audrey, is there anything that I'm forgetting that I should share before we go? Maybe one last reminder, we got the Rewardful course. That's at academy.rewardful.com. And then if you want to sign up for Rewardful, it's just rewardful.com.
Thanks, Emmet.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.